Since 1948, 4,255 people have been murdered in terror attacks in Israel. Hannie Ricardo lost her daughter, Uriah, at the Nova Festival on October 7th. Please welcome Hannie for words and memories of her beloved daughter.
Since I was a young girl, I have been invited to participate in memorial ceremonies, to read a poem or to sing a song. For many years, I have stood there with parents who lost their dear ones, holding their hands and supporting them. I am taking part in this memorial ceremony today for the first time in my life as Ima Shakula, a mother who lost the most precious thing in life, my daughter. I dedicate my words today in memory of my beloved Uriah, who gave me 26 years of light, love, and happiness, and to her close friends, the couple Sharon Refai and Shachar Mansour, and the brave Eli Rafael, Sharon's brother, who came to rescue them, and he, too, was murdered with them. And in memory of Roya and Norel Mansouri, Ron Tsarfati, Ron Yehudai, the best friends Mapal Adam and Hili Solomon, Omri Achrak, Yarden Buskila, and all the beautiful people who were brutally murdered on October 7th at the Nova Music Festival. Never again, the couple of words I heard since my childhood became, since the October 7th massacre, a concept empty of content. Now, more than ever, we must fill it up with stronger content. Never again means that we, as Jews, must be united in the understanding that we are here by right and not by grace. Not by grace of people, nor other religions, or the shameless UN, which gives the impression that its entire role is to lend a hand to the haters of Jewish people, whoever they are. Never again means to stop apologizing for our existence or find excuses for anything we do to keep our nation striving and flourishing, and above all, protecting ourselves. Never again means that no rabbi tells his students to hide their Judaism because he is afraid of violent mobs, as many did in Nazi Germany and its affiliates. Never again is to make your voice heard individually and in group. Never again means it is time to take responsibility, face the voices calling for our destruction, and fight this in any way possible. Never again, it means you do not ignore the signs before you, dismiss them as it will pass, because they will not unless you do something. Never again mean you recognize and understand that Islamic terrorism is the Nazi oppressor of the 21st century, and all those students, professors, and their ardent supporters are just like Hitler's brown shirts who controlled the streets with terror and extreme violence, putting all the blame on the Jews. All of them are terror supporters, and we need to address them as such. Never again, I used to say every time I thought of my ancestors that were victims of Jew hatred under the Nazi occupation, and were gassed and burnt in Auschwitz. Never again, I tell myself, every time I break to pieces, knowing I've lost my daughter to Jew-hatred Islamic terrorist who murdered her only because she was a Jew. Jew-hatred is a washed word for anti-Semitism, and we need to stand as one against it. Anti-Israel, anti-Zionism, or anti-whatever are all the same, and they all call for the annihilation of the Jewish people. They are calling for genocide, our genocide. I'm standing here today with pain and agony, with my heart bleeding, but I'm standing. And I'm calling all of you to stand up, stand tall, and call loudly and clearly so the whole world will hear and understand. Never again. Every day at the Nova exhibition, I hear people say, "We will never forget." I correct them. You have to be active. Not to forget is passive. You need to remember, and you have to remind. I know I will do that for as long as I live. And I will end with the words I chose to end the oratorio, the music I wrote, Kaddish Oria in Terezin, that I dedicated for my daughter, and that will be premiered on October 7th of 2024 at the Israeli Opera House. אוריה, האם את שומעת? זאת אני אלייך קוראת, אמא מתגעגעת ותפילה אלייך נושאת. עשי שלום עלינו, אוריה, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ונאמר אמן. And I'll repeat that in English so everybody will understand. Oria, can you hear me? It is me calling you. And I miss you. And I carry a prayer. Please bring a peace upon us, Oria, upon us and all of Israel. And let us say, Amen.